Murray.
You look bloody wonderful.
So do you.
Oh, that's what we like to hear. Now, where's Daniel lurking? You two haven't had a chance to speak yet, have you? No. Oh, there he is. Look, I'll leave you two to chat. I've got to get back to my adoring public.
I'm sorry, I
Oh, don't be. He thinks everybody knows everybody else. Unless he bothers to remember.
Nothing's changed then. Martin Dempsey.
Daniel Wallace.
I knew Murray some years back. How long have you been together?
Years.
Look at them, would you? Not a brain between them. Well, what'd you say? Should we escape this den of hangers-on and go somewhere more lively?
I don't think so.
Oh, Daniel, the night is but a pub. Marty's coming over with me, aren't you, Marty?
Absolutely.
There you are. Enthusiasm. Come on, Dan.
'84? Of course I remember. I remember being shit scared.
It was his first march. The boy from the bush, terrified that the folks back home would see him on the nightly news, transforming into a deviant before their very eyes.
Well, with that suit he was wearing.
Well, I thought I looked rather restrained.
Really?
But you did march.
It was a great night.
One of the best. You should have been there, Daniel.
Weren't you there?
Well, why should I?
Oh, it was important. It was exciting. What were you doing?
Minding my own business.
This is for you. Welcome home.
Well, thank you. Look, I'm sorry, I don't remember where we've met.
We haven't met, but I've long admired your work, and tonight was wonderful.
Well, thank you. Sit down, join us. This cherry soul is Daniel Wallace, and this is Marty
Dempsey.
Hi.
Hello, Warren Brock. And thank you. I won't join you. Thank you all the same. I just wanted to say welcome, enjoy.
We will.
Thank you. Well, would seem I'm remembered. How about that, Daniel?
Don't buy us anything.
Murray wants another one.
No, he doesn't. We're going home.
Oh, come on, one more's not going to hurt.
You don't have to drag him home. No more. Thank you.
Good night. Did you enjoy the champagne?
Yes, yes, wonderful.
It's great to have you back. Oh, this place could certainly do with some livening up.
Thank you. Right.
Good night.
Where's that tired old queen? Do you know him?
You met him tonight.
No more champagne for you.
Indeed. Marty, I think a cab is called for.
You should have heard him speak, William. The man's a genius. Not just as a composer, no. All sorts of ways. Every way. A genius.
Excuse me. What was his name? That religious bloke. You know, high moral sense. What was his name?
I'm the foggiest who you're talking about.
You know, Mr. Morality. Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter. He was debating him on the television. He tore strips off him. Strips. Made him look like the jerk he was. That's Mr. Morality, not Murray. Murray's not a jerk. Genius, yes. Jerk, no. No, it's true, William. William. You know, that's a good, strong name, that. No, it's true. There's not one area of my life that man hasn't affected. Not one. I was just a kid when I met him. I didn't have a clue. I was fresh from Bungaree. I didn't even know whether I was gay. Well, I knew I was gay. I just didn't know what to do about it till I met Murray.
I really don't think this is any of my business.
Who did it for you, William? Who brought you out?
I beg your pardon?
No, not like that. Shit. I know you're not gay. I mean, to be yourself, completely. Who did it for you?
I rather think I did it myself. Good night.
No, no. Hang on. I've got to tell you this. This is important. I promise. It'll only take a minute, that's all. You should have seen him tonight, William. Magnificent. That man made me who I am. No ifs, no buts, no shame. And you want to know how he did it?
I suspect I'm about to be told.
He told me to be myself. But it was the way he did it. Beautiful, succinct. Like in his interview on the radio yesterday, you heard it. He put the whole AIDS issue into a couple of perfect sentences.
Well, I'm sure we'll all sleep much more happily for knowing that.
Hang on, what's that supposed to mean?
Martin, you're drunk.
What do you mean?
Look, I know he brought you out of the closet and made you see the light when you were a boy, but that doesn't mean that everything he says is God's truth.
What?
Anybody can reduce an issue to a couple of neat sentences. And most of the debate I hear about AIDS from the gay community seems to be designed to hijack the health dollar.
Oh, your problem is that it's the gays doing the talking.
Good night.
No, William, I think we should talk...
Martin, we have to deal with our patients in a very few hours from now. They expect us to be at our best, neat, tidy, rested and sober, so go to bed.
Murray, what are you doing?
Where is it?
Where's what?
The money. Where's the money?
What money? What are you talking
The
about?
money for Europe. Where is it?
There's no money there.
Our travellers' checks and some currency were here in an envelope. Now they're not. Explain that.
Murray,
Why have you moved them? I put them here so I'd know where they were. Here, behind these, where they'd be safe. Where have you put them?
Nowhere. There's none to put.
Don't do this to me, Daniel. Don't!
If you think you're getting any sympathy from me, you're very much mistaken.
Huh?
Oh, indeed. You have surgery in half an hour. I presume you intend to shower and shave before then?
We had an argument, didn't we?
Half an hour. Oh, by the way, that vase is, or was, expensive.
Hi.
Murray's not here.
Oh.
Did you want anything in particular?
No. Well, I mean, I came to help unpack. We arranged it last night. At least, I think we did. We'd had a bit to drink.
Yes.
Anyway, he's not here. Oh.
You may as well come in and wait for him then.
No, it's all right. I'll call later.
No, you may as well wait for him. Then I won't have to tell him he missed you, will I?
No, I guess not.
Sit down. Murray shouldn't be long, wherever he's gone. Excuse the mess, we're getting there slowly.
Can I help?
Oh, it's all right. I know where everything goes.
So you got home okay last night?
Mm-hmm.
Must be hard for Murray, trying to resettle and work at the same time.
Yes.
I didn't know he played the violin.
That's mine, actually.
Oh, sorry.
I also conduct. They're small things. Some of Murray's work, some of my own.
I'm sorry. I just assumed. I have to admit, I don't know your work.
Well, not many do. Murray's the only star in this family.
How did you meet?
I was his copyist when I was a student.
His what?
Copyist. It's traditionally a favoured student role. I used to copy the parts from the full score and prepare them for individual instruments.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
You could say that.
Still lots of unpacking to do.
Yes. I'm surprised it even entered Murray's head to mention it to you.
Huh?
He's not known for his practicality, our Murray. He thinks day-to-day things are mundane, beneath the dignity of an artist. I'm sure he believes the bills get paid by magic and pixies do the washing up.
He's lucky to have you then.
You know, I keep telling him that, but he doesn't seem to listen.
Doesn't look like he's going to show up either. I've got a bit to do at the surgery this hour, though, so I might head back.
If you like.
Marty,
Murray, hi.
how nice to see you here. What an unexpected pleasure.
Where have you been?
What? Out? You know, out and about. You're not leaving, are you, Marty?
I've got a patient at 2.
Oh, pity. We want to see more of you.
Martin came to help unpack.
Is that right? What a trooper.
Apparently you arranged it last night.
Oh, yes? Well, I suppose we could have. Too much champagne all round.
Well, I better head off. I'll see you soon, Murray.
Yes, soon.
Daniel?
Bye. What was the name of that conductor in Vienna?
Murray, we have to get ready.
For what?
This afternoon's rehearsal.
There isn't one today.
Murray, we're going to be late.
Why didn't you remind me?
I shouldn't have to.
I can't do it, Daniel.
No, don't start. Not now.
They might ask me questions I can't answer.
It'll be fine. I'll be there. Come on. Get ready.
Violin, watch me. I'm giving you a cue. We'll go from the same place. Please play it as though you mean it. No, bar 106. Am I the only one in this room that can read music? Ten minutes break.
She's right. Violin plays on bar 113.
So?
You were trying to bring her in too early.
Nonsense.
Murray, you were. I heard it.
Don't they like the piece?
It's not the music.
You would say that. Perhaps I should rewrite the section. Perhaps I should rewrite the entire piece.
Doesn't need rewriting.
It's going to get it.
Please, stop
Happy?
it.
Will you shut up down there? I can't work like this.
You can't do this, Murray.
You heard them? They weren't trying, they were laughing.
Don't be so bloody unreasonable. People are depending on you. This is important.
Don't you think I didn't know that?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Murray!
Shit.
Let me see.
Don't touch it.
Let me see. Anything else hurt?
My knee.
Don't move. I'll go and get some help.
No. Stay with me.
Are you okay now? I'll call a rehearsal, let the musicians know what's happening.
Not yet.
I like your new place. It's going to look good when you're all unpacked.
Well, I've done all I can do here for now. Come with me. I'd like to get an X-ray of this.
I'm not a child. I can do it by myself.
Julie, could you take an X-ray of Mr. Booth's wrist, please?
Yeah.
I'll see you afterwards, Murray.
Follow me, Mr. Booth.
This is the last thing he needs.
It's the last thing any of us need.
Sure, but depending on the X-ray, he might have to cancel the premiere.
Serves him right.
You're joking, I hope.
Yeah. He's driving me mad. He's up and down like a yo-yo.
He's had a bad fall. He's shaken up.
No more than I am.
He needs your support.
Really?
Well, you might start by trying to understand how he's feeling right now. He's had to move home, resettle, work on the new piece, the pressure of a premiere, and now this fall. How would you feel?
Depends if I'm Daniel or Murray, doesn't it? If I'm Murray, it'd be with temper tantrums and mood swings.
He's an artist.
Oh, don't give me that. Why don't you get the stardust out of your eyes, Martin? It's plain bloody hard work and it's getting harder.
Why don't you just get out then?
I'm not sure that's any of your business. Because I love him. Because he needs me. And something is happening to him that scares me. And I want it to stop.
What do you mean?
Look at him. One minute he's clinging to me and the next he's pushing me away.
Could be stress, shock.
It's happened before. He got fired in the States, do you know that? No, of course not. It would spoil the myth, wouldn't it? But it's true. He was teaching composition, stopped caring for his classes, just didn't turn up and failed to set the major assignment.
Why?
How should I know? Probably for the same reason he'd have a violent argument with someone and an hour later deny all knowledge of it. It's pure pig-headedness.
Hello? You after a cup of tea or something? Oh, Mr. Booth. Oh, no, if I disturbed you, I am sorry.
No, it's all right.
I'm William Sharp, Martin's colleague. I was listening to something of yours on the radio recently, and I have to say it was absolutely breathtaking. Not quite my style, but very exhilarating.
Oh.
What have you been doing to yourself? Nothing serious, I hope?
Oh, there you are, Mr. Booth. I was wondering where you got to. Dr. Dempsey's waiting for you.
Excuse me.
Have you been sleeping lately?
Same as always. I don't know why you two are insisting on all of this.
Daniel says you've been a bit forgetful.
That's rich coming from the man that forgot my birthday last month.
Why do you think he's so concerned about you then?
How would I know? He's just being an old woman again. Why are you asking all these questions?
I'm concerned about you.
There's no need. What are you doing now?
I just want to take a blood sample, if that's okay with you.
What for?
Just want to make sure that everything's okay.
Load of rot. There's nothing wrong with me.
How do you think you've been coping with the pressure of the new composition and so on? Murray? Where were you today when you injured yourself?
Out with Daniel.
But where, exactly?
Out. In a hall. I fell down some stairs. Look, what is it with you two? What are you trying to say?
We're just trying to get to the bottom of this.
There's nothing to get to the bottom of. I'm all right. Just a bit shaken up, that's all.
Why a CAT scan?
It's just to be sure.
About what?
Couldn't say at this stage. Maybe nothing. That's why I want the tests done, just to be sure. This is who to ask for. They're expecting you. Don't worry. Just keep an eye on him until the results are back.
If you two have finished your little in-camera discussion, perhaps we could go and get this rubbish over with.
Night, Martin. See you tomorrow.
Oh, good night, Julie.
Now, who'd have thought that our last patient of the day would be someone so famous? Still, I suppose even the most famous among us can be prey to misfortune. Not fractured, I hope?
Badly sprained.
Ah, good. Very different to how I pictured him. Funny, isn't it, how famous people are never quite as imposing as you think they're going to be. Do you know, I think I disturbed his muse. He was very preoccupied. Probably in the middle of a scherzo or something.
Why all the sudden concern for Murray? You weren't interested at all last night.
Ah, now you remember last night, do you?
Enough to know you were pretty damning of his beliefs.
I was no such thing.
As good as.
All I said was...
I know what you said.
Martin, I may not wholeheartedly agree with his politics and the way he lives his life, but that doesn't mean I can't be interested in the man or admire his achievements in other areas. I'm not that narrow.
So you don't particularly like my lifestyle or beliefs either, eh? Because they tally pretty closely with Murray's.
And you're welcome to them, Martin, as long as they don't become the subject of drunken lectures at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Who were you just on the phone to?
I was rearranging rehearsal.
Well, I can't do it. What did you tell them?
I said I'd take over.
That should make the players a bit happier, at least. Half the world thinks I'm losing my marbles.
No one said anything of the sort.
No, but you think it. You and your new chum, the Doctor.
Everyone tuned? Right. We have a lot of catching up to do. 4th after D.
Great minds think alike. Busy morning?
So.
Look, the other night, I'm afraid I might have been a bit judgmental about your friend and you.
A bit?
Yeah, well, I'm very sorry. I spoke out of turn. I had no intention of being critical.
That's okay. I was probably a bit out of line myself.
Could I just get to the...
Sorry.
Yeah, that's quite all right. So, everything all right with Mr. Booth?
Yes and no.
Oh?
I'll sort it out. I better get back to it.
Oh, well. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Thanks, but I don't think so. Unless you can tell me why an apparently healthy man whose tests are okay should be having bouts of forgetfulness and erratic behaviour.
An accident? Blow to the head?
No, nothing. No head injury, no alcohol abuse, no brain tumour. So there you are.
Martin's here. He's got your test results.
He can give them to you.
What do you want me to do? March back in there and tell him not to bother? I'm sick of creeping around you. You don't want to see him, you go and tell him.
Thanks.
Well?
The test results are all clear.
There.
Which means we've excluded anything like a brain tumour, which was a possibility.
Brain tumour? What made you think I might have a brain tumour?
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Of course it is. But there's still one or two things that bother me. If I could, I'd like to speak to Murray alone for a bit.
I'm getting very tired of all of this.
It's okay, please.
Fine, fine.
I'll just be inside then.
Well?
There's a problem here, and I think we should try and get to the bottom of it.
You're the doctor.
I need some help from you.
I'm fine. I just need to be left alone.
And there's more to it than that, and you're aware of it.
I'm aware, young Marty, that all of this is becoming tiresome.
Do you have any problem remembering things? People, places?
I remembered you, didn't I?
What about people you've only recently met?
No more than anyone else. Happy?
What was the name of the bar we went to the other night?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Do you remember what you had for dinner last night?
I didn't have any.
What street is this?
Simpson.
What year is this?
I don't know.
What day is it today? Hey, come on. It's all right.
No, it's not all right. We both know that. I don't remember. Why don't I remember?
This has been going on for a while, hasn't it?
Yes.
If I gave you $18 and you spent $10.50, how much would you have left?
I don't know, $6, $7, $8 something.
All right. Can you tell me those things I asked you to remember for later?
What things?
The things I said I'd be checking on later.
I don't know. I don't remember you saying that. How can I be expected to think with all that racket going on? You've got something to tell me, haven't you, Matt? I am sick, aren't I?
I think you may be suffering from some form of dementia.
Dementia?
Yes.
And this dementia, does it have a name?
It could be Alzheimer's disease.
Are you saying you think I'm senile?
Not senile. Alzheimer's is a condition
Of old men who sit around pissing in their pants because they don't know any better. Do I look senile? Is spit dribbling down my chin?
I'm sorry.
Does Daniel know?
No. I'll do it if you like.
Alzheimer's? Are you sure?
Well, we can never be sure, not until...
Until what?
It can only be proved conclusively by post-mortem. I'll refer you to an ACAT team.
Which is?
An aged care assessment team.
He's 52, Martin. 52!
They're not only for the aged. They're teams associated with the hospital. Community nurses, social workers, geriatricians.
Geriatricians?
They'll do a more detailed examination.
Then it's possible you're wrong.
Possible. But everything points this way.
But he's okay now. He's fine.
It's intermittent at this stage. It gets worse as it progresses. I'm sorry, I should have referred you.
Bit late for that now. When does he see these people?
I'll have to check with the hospital.
If it is Alzheimer's, what's the prognosis?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Wonderful.
I'll find out all I can and I'll bring it to you tomorrow, okay? I'm sorry. It's the best I can do. I don't have any patience for an hour.
I wasn't checking. It is very delicate.
It is. I had a vinyl copy he gave me years ago.
I played it so much, it just wore out. It always seems strange to hear it now without the pops and the crackles. They'd almost become part of the music. You must have been through this. What do you say to them to make it easier?
What have you said?
I don't know. Wrong thing, probably. He wanted to be told. What else can I do?
You can't hide it.
Listen to this, William. Listen to it. Soon he might not even know who he is or where he is.
Still some way off.
But it's coming, isn't it?
Do you want to see someone else?
What difference would it make?
He could be wrong. He said himself you'd have to see other people.
So they can tell me the same thing?
Not necessarily.
Oh, not necessarily, not necessarily. I've got it. I know it, you know it, he knows it, end of story.
It doesn't have to be.
Oh, sure. I'll just get better overnight.
I'm not saying that.
I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to shut the hell up.
Murray, what's happening? Murray?
This is his. Is he all right? He was lost.
Yes, he's fine. He's just a little, you know, he's fine.
He knew the name of the street, that's all. Didn't know where it was even. I've knocked on all the doors. There's no address in there, just some place in America.
I should give you something.
Oh, thanks. Cool.
What happened?
Nothing happened. I got lost, that's all. I didn't know where I was. I had to ask directions home. They've built new shops down there, Daniel. I didn't recognize anything.
They haven't built new shops. Nothing's
I was
changed.
just down there. I saw them.
Nothing's changed. It's you. I don't want you to go out without me in the future.
I'm not a child.
Something might happen to you.
Nothing's going to happen to me. I got lost, that's all.
Martin said that if you
I don't care what Martin said.
It's not his fault.
No. Just bad luck for old Murray, eh?
We don't know that. We still have some other people to see. Perhaps he's wrong.
About what?
Alzheimer's. It can't happen like this. It's like overnight.
It's not the first time.
What?
It's not the first time. It's happened before.
You've never mentioned it.
Of course I haven't. Would you?
I don't know. Yes, I would.
Oh, sure. Hey, guess what? I'm losing my mind. I thought it was something that would pass. But it hasn't. It won't.
We don't know that yet.
Daniel, look at me. Look at me. I got lost down there. Not just lost. I didn't recognize anything. I'd never been there before. That's what it was like. And when that child brought me back here, I didn't recognize his house. Not at all. Not at all. What if I hadn't recognized you? It's like living in a dark room, trying to get out into the light. But sometimes I just can't.
Murray's in there, asleep, I hope.
How's he? I'm sorry, I didn't handle it very well, did I? I brought you some literature. It should help.
Him or me?
Both of you.
He told me he'd been having these episodes of forgetting and getting lost for some time now. Did you know that?
I guessed as much. His recall was poor when I tested him.
Stupid bastard kept it hidden.
And people often do. They're afraid to admit it to themselves, let alone anyone else.
We might have been able to have done something.
It's untreatable, Daniel. It's a progressive disease. All we can do is manage the symptoms, which is something at least.
So, what happens now?
Not a lot, really. He'll go for his ACAT assessment.
And after that?
It depends on how quickly it progresses. It develops in 3 stages, each one taking anything from 1 to a few years. It's different with everybody. With Murray, it seems to be happening quite rapidly. I'd say he's through his first stage and into the second.
Which means?
He'll soon need supervision. He'll start to forget things more often. He might turn on the gas and forget to light it, that sort of thing.
That's not so bad.
That's just the beginning, Daniel. After that, it gets worse. Far worse. He'll start to wander, to get lost.
He did that yesterday.
He may become paranoid, obsessional. That's when he may have to go into an aged hostel.
Have to?
You may choose to.
No.
It's a huge job caring for someone, particularly when they're advanced.
No. What do you think I am?
I'm sorry, I just...
What? That I'd want to dump him and run away?
No.
Get on with my life. He is my life.
Fine. But you'll have to realise that life is going to change, hugely.
Of course I do. I mean, give us some credit for intelligence, please.
I think you should go away somewhere.
We've only just got back.
Just you, I mean. Take a break.
I'll find out he's sick and piss off.
You're too strung out to deal with it right now.
Well, I want your advice. I'll ask for it.
Murray will want to work while he still can. He needs your strength.
I am his strength.
Of course, but...
What we do works for us. It's not going to change.
It'll have to. He'll have less and less of a public life. He won't be able to work.
The work will continue. I do the work.
Oh, be realistic.
I do the work. I do.
The music?
The greater part of it. I have done for some time. I don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Look at Rodin.
Murray composes his own music.
Murray used to compose his own music.
What are they for?
Tomorrow night, we've got to look our best. How are you feeling?
Fine.
Good. Good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's discipline and hard work that pay off, and I think we can safely say they paid off tonight, even against the odds. I only wish I was able to conduct it myself. C'est la vie. Any more of that champagne? Come on, Marty, cheer up. You look as if you've lost £1 and found sixpence. You've had a victory, just like the old days.
How can you do it?
Thank you. Do what?
Stand up there and take a bow.
It's what you do. What dark cloud has settled on your shoulders?
I know about you.
Oh, I should hope so. You're my doctor.
I know you didn't compose it.
Is that so? Well, there you are.
Doesn't bother you that I know.
Should it? I don't care what you think, to be honest.
Honesty? Well, that'll make a change.
Oh, dear. My cue to depart, I think.
I believed in you.
So I've disappointed the boy from the bush. I've got other things to deal with. Or had you forgotten? Nothing to say now, is that it? Fallen off your high horse.
Murray.
Oh, why don't you take a chum the doctor and piss off? Go on, have a look, while you can. While I'm still worth watching. Murray Booth, failure. Failure?
Murray?
It's not here. Where is it?
Don't do this.
What have you done with it?
There's no money there. There never was, not for 10 years.
Why are you lying to me?
I'm not lying to you. The money went a long time ago. We're back now, back in Australia.
I know where I am, you thieving little shit.
Martin will be over soon.
Why?
I hit you, Murray. It was unforgivable.
What can Martin do about that? He's not a policeman.
Listen to me. Martin said I should go away for a while.
You're leaving me?
Just for a while. I can't go on like this. Murray, I can't live like this. Hitting you. Martin said...
Martin can just piss off.
Martin said that if I don't take breaks away from all this, I'll be useless to you. And I don't want to be useless. I love you.
You'll come back?
Of course I'll come back. I'll never leave you. I'm going to get in touch with that summer school in California. Maybe take up their offer. We won't earn much, but it'll be something. Murray?